So we've got a short video for you now on how to change the fan on this, the 600 watt Platinum Flex ATX power supply from Enhance. It's the ENP-7660B. First thing to do is just check that your power supply is operating as it should do. So we just want to take some mains power and using a paper clip or similar, short pin 13 to pin 14 together, which is normally the green wire to a black wire, which is PS on. So I'm just going to use a pin extract tool to put that together, and I can just hear the fans just spinning up, so that's operating correctly. If you've got a faulty fan controller, it will spin up at full speed and be very loud. Then you don't want to go ahead and do that. You want to return your power supply to the supplier and get it repaired first. So this one's fine, so we'll carry on now. I'm going to take that off and take away our power. So we're going to look at fitting one or two Noctua fans, either traditional Noctua brown and cream or the newer black coloured one. Both these are ready to go with the correct headers for the fan connector there. So we're just going to undo the case first. I'm going to use an electric screwdriver because it's much quicker. So simply take out the 4 screws, there's 2 on each side. You might find one's covered by a warranty sticker, we've cut through that already. And just take off your casing. Reveal the power supply. Next thing, you've got 2 screws here as well. You're going to want to remove these so you can get the original fan out. Just set this to one side. Okay, you're going to need to undo this plastic shrouding here. It's just glued together, you can stick it back later on. And also you need to make sure this piece of heat pad goes back on top of this transformer later on. So you'll notice the actual fan connector is here. Okay, we've got a little bit of silicone on it just to keep it in place in transit. You can go ahead and remove that. You can use a screwdriver or something similar just to lift it off. Just get under it and you should be able to hopefully lift it off. There we go, we've taken enough off now to get the fan connector out. So we're just going to unplug the fan, the original one. There we go, it's quite a good connector anyway, so if you're using this at home you're not going to need to put that silicone seal back on. So just take the fan back, and you've taken the screws out already, so just from underneath wiggle it up and it slides out the top. You can retain the 2 screws because you won't be able to use these original screws with the Noctua fan, but you can always keep them for later. Just put those to one side, and we're going to go for the black fan here. So we're just going to put that in its place, straight back down, take a little bit of wiggling into place. Oh, hang on a minute, I got it slightly wrong. I want to put it so that the cable exits in the same place as the original. Okay, so we're about in position now, and feed the cable back through the heatsink channel where it was before, and then simply hook back in and pop your connector in to the original fan header there. Make sure that's got in. There we go. And you can just bend a little bit of extra cable around as the original was. Next, just make sure your heatsink material goes back in place. I'm just going to place that in there first. Put your plastic down, put your other bit of plastic back over, seal it up. Just move that out of the way. And we're going to want to put 2 new screws, slightly bigger screws, slightly thicker thread on the Noctua fan. So we've got those to put in there. Let's put those in now. And the other one. There we go. Then simply pop on your housing again. It is quite a tight fit housing. It may take a little bit of time just to get the edging in, such as the density. There we go. Put it on one side, and the other side's in there already. Now we're just going to pop the other screws back in. Pick these up. On this side. Oops, did that one a bit too long. We've got a torque limiter there. There we go. That's it. And again, just take your power, pop it back in. Got your pin 13 to 14 again, which, if I remember rightly, is these two here. And hopefully it's spinning. Okay, believe it or not, that is spinning. It's so quiet I can't hear it. But that's operating, it should do now. For a minute there I thought it hadn't worked, which would be a surprise, but yeah, it's doing exactly what it should do. And that's it. Thank you for watching.